Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि प्रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोः नवभिरपि मूला प्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलया त्रिरेखाभिः सार्धं तव शरणकोणाः परिणता.
Okay, so we have come to 11th shloka of Saundarya Lahri, and the part which we are discussing is part of Anand Lahri. So far we have discussed the Prakriti, AdyA Shakti in various forms as a root causation of this universe and as the constituent matter of this whole universe. We have seen that all the five tattvas are being drenched in the nectar of Shakti itself. So Shakti is the same. Whether it is that Shakti which is unified with that supreme consciousness which is called Shiva, seen as the root cause of everything, and then it is also equally manifest in each of the other elements down below, till the highest, from highest till the lowest, that is to earth. Okay. Now, here we are told in this shloka, Chaturbhihi Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhihi Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhihi Shambhoh Navabhirapi Mula Prakritibhihi. Now there are variations here. In some places it is written Chatushchattvarinshat Vasudalkala Shrutrivalaya, and in some commentary, some recitations you'll find Triyaschattvarinshat Vasudalkala Shrutrivalaya Trirekhabhi Shardham Tava Sharanakona Parinata. So there are two variations here, either 44 or 43. Now, let us understand what is this 44, 43, where this distinction comes. We'll try to understand that. For that, we'll have to look at Shri Yantra. Okay. Now, Shri Yantra is being described in this shloka. As I told you earlier, the Tantric system is giving you both the possibilities to work on. One, possibility of a human connect, which is in the form of Vigraha, which is in the form of a Devi, which is like a cosmic lady, the celestial lady, who is in charge of all the three worlds. All the three worlds means you can derive as many worlds as you like. Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti, Bhut, Bhavishya, Vartaman, Upanshu, Vachik and Vaikhari, anything. Para, Apara, anything. So she is presiding everyone, and every entity, every element, every combination of it, and the presiding forces also, because different activities are presided by different, what you call, holders of position. For example, it was told like Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra, and all that, right? What is what? Taniyan sampansum tava charana panke ruhu bhavam virinchis sanchinvan virachayati lokana viklam. And therefore, it was told that there are different assignments, different kind of activities which are assigned to different gods, and they all report back to, or they don't even communicate. Why? Because they don't even communicate back to the mother. Why? Because mother is not reachable to her also in that sense. Why? Because she is operating through them, right? For example, if you say that a wave has to report the birth of its own and the death of its own to the ocean. Now, is it possible? Unless until we take the wave to be a separate entity from the ocean. And therefore, if there is any false sense of ego or false sense of individuality, it's not present there at the level of mother's existence. So you can't talk to her because she is talking through you. You can't listen to her because she is speaking through you and she is listening through you, right? So therefore, the possibility of this hierarchy and the system where each and every step of the creation is also permeated by its presence. Both are present at the same time, right? It's only the way we look at it. If we become interested in waves, we can see waves and ocean. Okay. So during that stage, whatever point of view, whatever our evolution is, wherever we stand in our consciousness, whatever our drivers are, whatever our vasanas are, that way we define the Devi here, right? For example, if we take, we will take that understanding into account once we understand the whole Shri Chakra. But where from this creation begins? The creation begins from ParaPrakriti. Okay? ParaPrakriti. That is Moola Prakriti. Okay? So from the perspective of Sankhya, we have 24 elements, which is the expansion of the 24th, and the 25th is the witness. The 25th is a conscious element, right? So Sankhya divides this world in two parts: Chetan, Jada. Okay. Sankhya system divides this world in two parts: Jada, Chetan. And this is exactly what scientists are probably approaching towards. While Advaita Shaivism, what we call Advaitavad, right? This is called Advaitavad, Param Advaitavad, which means we are saying that there is only one. There is no possibility of Jada also, right? Jada means inert. Chetan means the one who is conscious of the presence of Jada. For example, if we look at this world, we will say that the being in us, or let's say roughly we are talking that the human beings and the animals are Chetana, right? Looking at the world, looking at the mountains, looking at the oceans, other celestial bodies, and we may say that they are Jada. Means they don't make any choices, right or not? You may say that a stone lying on the road will not make a choice, right? It will continue to lie there. till that ad infinitum. That's the word, I think. So it will continue. It has been there and it will be there. Unless until there is any conscious body, conscious being, which puts some force on it. That's Newtonian law. Exactly the same. That Jada doesn't make a choice. Consciousness is needed to make a choice. Right or not? So if we look at the Sankhya system, it's purely resonating with the modern day scientific temperament. There also now they have reached this roadblock where they say there are two. One is the observer and the other is observed. And now they are studying the role of observer on the observed. Exactly the same thing Sankhya is saying. Scientists also say that this world has come into existence. This world has come into existence by virtue of a physical world, physical entity. Right? For example, they say that world began with a big bang, and with that big bang, a lot of matter, etc., was created, and that matter reorganized itself in such a way that the consciousness was produced. That's the earlier view, rather, I'll say. A little while back, the scientists had this view. Okay, that the consciousness is the produce of matter. If you ask scientists, they will say, define how do consciousness is defined? Consciousness is defined as the activity of neurons, right? And how the neurons are formed? Neurons are formed by the process of evolution, whether you follow Darwin or whether you follow Lamarck or whatnot. Through evolution, the matter is able to get into such certain activities which is equivalent to consciousness. Right? But later on, as scientists are progressing, they are observing it very, very, very keenly, and they find that first of all, matter itself is conscious. They are finding matter cannot be captured as matter. Right? Now, matter is not matter. Then matter makes choices. So matter is intelligent also. Further, there is an observer which is observing its journey, its choices, its way of composition and whatnot. So from Charvak to Sankhya, and let me tell you, in the system of Sankhya, there is no place for Ishvara. Each one of us are the supreme. But there are so many. That's the problem there. In the Sankhya philosophy, the Prakriti and Purusha are the two. So if you investigate your own being and come closer to yourself, if you reject in the first place that the material is organized in such a way or in certain fashion or acting amongst each other in a particular way creates consciousness, that you'll have to reject, which means you'll have to reject the Charvak view. You see, Charvak view was that the consciousness is the produce of the mixing of elements. And their logic was, you look at the beetle leaf, look at the what you call lime, there is no redness there. But when you put it and chew it, the redness is produced. Where was the redness? In that pan which you eat. Was anything, by the way, red there? Nothing. Nothing was red. But they chewed together, produce red color. Right? So this way they said that yes, by way of this interaction among elements, a consciousness is produced. So consciousness is the produce of matter. That was Charvak. Right? And I'll tell you, none of the systems, even Charvak system, is in Vedas. It is in Vedas, right? And when we will go to Advaita, and when we finally arrive at this Shaivism, which says that Advaita needs to be further refined and understood in more proper way. Jagat Mithya, you are calling what is Mithya? You need to define that mithya. That has to be understood. See, Shankara Advaivad says, Advaitam says that the world is an illusion. Okay, you are the truth. Aham Brahmasmi, and rest is illusion. Right? So you have to define what is this illusion then. Correct? What is the illusion? The illusion at many levels. One of the illusion is that the matter is inert. It doesn't make choices. Right? It is jada. It is not jada. It is not inert. Electrons make choices. Protons make choices. Each and every atomic, subatomic particle makes choices. So how can we call that jada? Right? Is it not? Even a group of atoms together make choices. They form crystals or they don't form crystals. That is their choice. Right? And therefore, you find that the matter outside is also conscious. So one illusion, which is now getting clearer, was that the matter is inert. But matter is also conscious. May not be as conscious as we are observing it. But how do we know? How can we know? It takes a lot of effort and deeper insight and more development to understand whether I as a person is aware of innate or an object which is inert, whether the object is aware of my presence or not. Right? So I'll tell you, the myth is busted. Observer's effect is that key where you can say that even observed particles are aware of the observer's presence. So that means what? Look at it now. The world is conscious. That's illusion. The illusion number one. So when Shankaracharya says that the world is an illusion, if you are not well read, you will define it as that I am the reality, rest is, I am the Chaitan part, I am the conscious part, and the rest is unconscious part, inert part. Right? Correct or not? If you are Charvakyan, you will define the world as definitely as there is no consciousness. The consciousness is just a byproduct of material interaction. Right? Consciousness doesn't exist separately. Right? So finally, when the world has arrived at this understanding that even the so-called inert objects are also aware of our own presence, so where is the place for being something inert? That is one mithya. That is one aspect of mithya, the way we are perceiving this world. And therefore, when Shankaracharya is propitiating an idol, you see, he does it. When he is propitiating an idol made in wood or let's say a stone, he is not defying Advaitam. Why so? Because he is more knowledgeable. He understands that mithya vada or the falseness, the falsehood. What is the falsehood? The falsehood is in our understanding the world beyond us is not as a human, as animals. We have Chetana, but the material doesn't have it. Right? That means the material, the dead material which we are calling, is not permeated with the conscious principle. So that means what? That's one aspect of falsehood. And that the highest one probably. Well, for now you thought Jad Chetan was the clearest distinction between them in this world. If you want to clarify what is the world, world is produced of two, Jad Chetan. Right? Sankhya says that the Prakriti has all the capacity to divide itself and become anything. Right or not? That is how a non-active Purusha is enjoying or witnessing the play of Prakriti, which means Prakriti is capable of doing everything. Purusha at the end is just a witness or a sufferer or enjoyer, whatever way you want to take it, based on your own experience. But Purusha is devoid of any activity, right or not? So, in this concept of Sankhya, where is the need of Ishvara? Where is the need of Brahman? Prakriti is self-capable of creating everything. Is it not this understanding matching with the current scientist understanding? Right or not? The scientific understanding is that the material organizes itself in such a way that it is able to do whatever it likes in the ways, and its ways may be secret, its ways may be undefined as of now, may not be definable as of now, but there are definite things which Prakriti is capable of doing, and creation, sustenance, and dissolution is one of them. You see, please understand. The atom or the energy. Now, one thing more. With the evolution of science, we have reached to that place where we can say clearly that there is no such thing as material. Okay, there is no such thing as matter. At least this much clarity has come. There are only two aspects, if at all we take it. There is one, the conscious principle of witnessing, and there is another one, which is energy. There is no material here. There is no matter in this world. There's only play of energy, for sure. With the latest understanding, with the newest discoveries, with most and more experimentation being done each day, we are clear that mass and energy are nothing but the same. Energy condensed is a mass, and mass, becoming subtle and becoming expanded is energy. Correct? So these are the two principles which constitute this world. However, for what, if we are looking at this world, where from our personal world starts getting created? We need to understand that. See, we are studying Tantra not for our intellectual understanding. We are studying Tantra for recognizing and realizing of our true self, who we are, right? Who we are, what are our capacities, where are we operating from, how this world is created. And in the system of Tantra, we say how the world has been created is not the right question, how you create this world, right? Because this is this conscious principle which is creating the world. And secondly, are there one or many conscious principles operating at the same time? So Sankhya people will say there are as many souls as many bodies, right? There is one Prakriti though, but as many souls as many bodies you have. But in this system, and even in the Vedanta, Vedantic system, Advait Vedanta system, because Vedanta is also further split in many parts. We need not go there. Vedanta, the ultimate Vedanta which has been presented by Shankracharya, Bhagwaan Shankracharya, and the same Shankracharya is presenting this. Please understand. The same Shankracharya who was following Advaita Vedanta postulated that, fought those conversations, what you call dialogues, debates, won over his opponent, established Sanatana Dharma once again, ousted Buddhism from the India, is the same Shankaracharya. Is giving us this system. So is he wrong in his approach, or are we wrong in our understanding? That we must understand first. If you are not clear, then you will find that there is lot of problem. If Shankaracharya fought or debated with others on the issue of oneness only, there is only one conscious principle which operates with everything, operates through everything. That is why it is called Advaita Vedanta. Right? However, the same Shankaracharya is now propitiating Shakti like this. Right? He is giving you imagery of goddess. Parikshina Madhye. Right? He is giving the description of a cosmic lady who can be worshipped like this. So I think with all these inputs which I have just given you, you would be clearer in your understanding that what Shankaracharya is doing is perfectly all right. Why? Because the same conscious principle is operating through everything, even in the idol, even in your mana, in your buddhi, in your ahankara, in tattvas, everything, even in your capacities, smritis, and whatever experiences, smriti and whatnot, right? Everything, through everything, that one principle operates, and therefore it is vibrating and reverberating as much as in your own heart or hridayam or core, or the deepest you can experience yourself. The deepest point you can experience yourself is called heart. Okay, and the experience which comes with it is called the essence of your being, which is called mantravirya in the system of Shakta. Okay, so your essence is not limited to your own heart, right? It is permeating every aspect of your life, and it is that essence which creates this world which you are experiencing right now. Okay, so how this world is created? So Shankaracharya is giving this understanding in the form of Shri Yantra, and we will require 2-3 lectures to cover this shloka if we go really in detail. However, I'll try as much as I can give you in this 1 hour, and next time we will discuss more if you insist. Otherwise, for now, let us understand what are these counts which are being told here. Chaturbhi Shri Kanthai Shiva Yuvatibhi Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhi Shambho Navabhirapi Mula Prakrtibhi. So this is the description. These are Chaturbhi Shri Kanthai. There are four. Now he's not talking triangles here. He's not saying triangles. He's saying Chaturbhi Shri Kanthai. And then he says Shiva Yuvatibhi Panchabhirapi. So that means there are 5 more. There are 4 plus there are 5 more, right? Which is inclusive of Prabhinnabhi, different from Shambho. That means it is different from the original consciousness or the original Supreme Goddess. The original Supreme Goddess is different from it. Prabhinnabhi Shambho Navabhirapi Mula Prakrtibhi. So there are thus 9 things or entities in which there is one Mula Prakrtibhi. There is one Mula Prakriti, original Prakriti. Okay. So there are how many Prakritis? Now it is talking of Prakriti. The moment we are calling it a Prakriti, we should know Prakriti is Trigunatmika. Okay. Trigunatmika. Prakriti is, the nature is Trigunatmika, and therefore the moment it is called Prakriti, it is 3. 3 means now you can create a triangle out of it. Okay, please understand. So Prakriti is Trigunatmika, and therefore there is no description required. There is no word Trikona is needed there, right? Chaturbhi Shri Kanthai Shiva Yuvatibhi Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhi Shambho Navabhirapi Mula Prakrtibhi. Now in the same way, as I discuss these different words and make it clearer to you, like Prakriti means 3, Vasu means 8. This is the language of spirituality, tantric language. You should understand that, right? Like I'll tell you, even Different systems have their languages, and their own languages are understood in their own community, right? Is it not? For example, I'll give you one example and you'll understand. Suppose you are in the field of computer, okay, in the computer, and then you use the word mouse, okay. Now the word mouse, what it means to the ordinary, right? Look at it. So simply by when a word is said, you make out something out of it, will depend where and from which field you're observing it. So in the same way, let me tell you, there is this word which is called Stri, okay, or Nari, okay. Wherever the word Nari is used in the spiritual system, it is about Prakriti. And that is why Tulsidas cannot be blamed for it. When he says, Shudra, Gamara, Dhol, Pashu, Nari, the finally he says the highest one. Ye sab tardan ke adhikari. The Prakriti, if you want to take Prakriti under control, you will have to have power over it. Nari means Prakriti. Don't blame Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, because you don't understand the meaning, and therefore whole debate. How can Tulsidas say that Nari is exactly the way you are using your mouse without any problem? You hold your mouse, your mouse. The mouse is also leading to something which is called a cursor. And then the mouse freezes also, and I don't know what all sort of things happen with the mouse, right? And you fully understand what it means, because the word mouse is not the mouse which we understand generally from, right? So in this context, I wanted to clarify, because most of the Naris would always be angry with the Tulsidas, that how can Tulsidas say Dhol Gamar Shudra Pashu Nari Ye Sab Tardan Ke Adhikari. You see, and he has gradually risen over. See, first he talks about dhol. Dhol means something very physical. Physical thing can be changed only by physical manipulation. Right or not? Would you agree? Would you agree? Which means physically it requires intervention. Then comes the intellect part, Gamar, right? Gamar means what? The one who lacks in intelligence. The lacking in intelligence requires intellectual push, and the push in terms of commands. That is also a Tardan. Tardan means someone who is stable and is given a push. That is called Tardan. Okay. Right? Tardan is that word. So from matter to intelligence, from intelligence to a lower Prakriti, which is called Shudra, which means the Prakriti which is now subtly imbued in the material or intelligence. See, some programs are designed to become interface between human and machine. Some programs are designed to serve, some program are designed to decide, is it not? Although the decision part is with every program, however, some programs are simply following the, taking input, which we call iOS, input operating IO devices. They are simply serving the purpose. At the end of it, they are Shudra, right? In the whole system of computer, graphic chip is just a Shudra thing, which is now becoming a little bit bastardized with the capacity. When we say it is an intelligent chip now, you see, it is also embedded with some intelligence, right? Because now there are graphic adapters which are intelligent, right? Is it not? So that way, we are evolving, infusing more and more intelligence, more and more Brahmanatva in everything, and making it more and more up to date, right? What is the highest? He says, highest one is Brahmanatva, but lowest in it is Shudratva in the Prakriti, right? Which is manifest, right? So Dhol, matter, Gawar, intelligence, right? Shudra, which is the further the coloring, the vasana of intelligence, and then Nari, which is Prakriti, the root cause of everything, right? So Nari is not this Nari which you understand. Okay? तो तुलसीदास जी को आज से गाली देना बंद कर देना प्लीज, अगर मैं सक्सेसफुल हुआ तुमको समझाने में तो, ठीक है? All right, so let's come back here. It says Prabhinnabhi Shambho Navabhirapi Mula Prakriti. So there are 9 Prakritis which are required to create something like our experience. In Bhagavad Gita, there is this mention of 9 Prakritis, and I can tell you one thing. Once I told you, I don't know whether you remember it or not, that if you read Gita 700 verses, and if you read Durga Saptashati 700 verses, put it in a blender, intelligent blender, which mixes it and combines it, you will get Sri Vidya. Okay, that is Sri Vidya. So you don't have to look at Gita from a different perspective and Durga Saptashati from a different perspective. Both combined is a practical application which is called Sri Vidya, or the pinnacle of Tantra. Okay. So here you should know that when he is describing Navabhirapi Mula Prakriti, he is referring to the Gita where 9 Prakritis are described. How? Those 9 Prakritis you know. Ashtadha is our Prakriti. You see? Our own Prakriti is called Ashtadha. What is it? Man, Buddhi, Ahankar and Pancha. Man, Buddhi, Ahankar and what is that? Yes. Yes. Yes, Shailaja. What is it?
Plus the 5 senses.
5 tattvas. With tattvas comes everything. 5 tanmatras, you can say. Right? Tanmatras are the seed cause of the tattvas, and tanmatras are the seed cause of all the elements, elements in action and also in the cognition. So, in that way, tattvas clubbed together. Man, Buddhi, Ahankara, with 5 tattvas, you have 8 Prakritis. Okay, as a human being, you have 8 Prakritis. And those who are studying Anurag Sagar with us, they also know that apart from human beings, all other Pindaj Khani is also considered to be having only 4 tattvas. Okay, even the Pindaj Khani is considered to be having 4 tattvas. Among Pindaj, the human is the highest, which is having endowed with the power of 5. Right? The 5th tattva comes into play. So there are these 8 aspects of Prakriti. Man, Buddhi, Ahankara, and Man, Buddhi, Ahankara combined is Chittam, by the way. So Man, Buddhi, Ahankara along with the substratum is called Chittam. So these 3 plus 5 is 8, but you cannot create these 8 without the support of Mula Prakriti. Okay, that is the 9th. Okay, understood? You can't create this world without the support of the Mula Prakriti, which endows you with these 8 Prakritis. Right? So there are thus 9 Prakritis operating in this world. 1 is Mula Prakriti and 8 are yours. All right? 8 are yours. You owe it to the Mula Prakriti, by the way. You can't say, I have created these 8 Prakritis. It is in the substratum of Mula Prakriti. And from these 8 Prakritis, everything else happens. Right? So from now here comes another point of contention. Tryaschatvarinshad Vasudala Kalashra Trivalaya. Okay. Now he is saying that Tryaschatvarinshad and somewhere it is Chatuschatvarinshad. Right? Right? So Anyone who has the image of Shri Yantra, please count the number of triangles which are present here. Please count and then tell me. If you have any Shri Yantra in front of you, please count the number of triangles after intersections.
Acharya
Not
ji,
the Mool Prakriti.
44.
44? You are 43. Padmini says 43. How are you calculating 44? Padmini is saying 43.
The number of small ones are 43,
Yes,
but
small ones.
yeah, not the bigger triangles.
So bigger triangles, if you take 9 more will be added, right? Or not?
Right.
Right or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, Beena and Milind. You are confused. 43
Guruji.
Okay, good. Anyone? Anyone else who has any confusion in it? Jyoti? Unmute
आचार्य
yourself.
जी मुझे तो 44 दिख रहा है 44
दिखता है? चलो दिखाओ मुझे. चलो काउंट करके दिखाओ. भाई अलाउ करो उनको स्क्रीन शेयर और उनको दिखाने दो 44.
मैंने आचार्य जी एक इमेज खोला था स्टार्टेड टू जस्ट क्विकली काउंट.
चलो काउंट करो फिर से करो. डू इट वंस अगेन प्लीज करो.
जी
Please count. How to create Shri Yantra? Shri Yantra image is available on internet, Manoj. So you just download it. Any Yantra, any image will do. Okay.
But Acharya ji, we need a Diksha, right?
The Shri Yantra you can buy. Shri Yantra is available as a commodity. Shri Vidya is not. Okay. Even Shri Yantra was not available, but in the modern age, it's an information yuga, what we call the age of information. So anything which is known to you, you are immediately go and vomit that information to somebody else, right? So secrecy part is lost, but only the image part is revealed. Nothing else is revealed. I can give you the images of what you call a nuclear reactor, but you will not be able to make a nuclear reactor unless until you are a well-read scientist. Is it not?
जी आचार्य जी मैं ये शेयर
नहीं शेयर कर रही हूँ. अच्छा इसको मिल गया 44 भाई.
आचार्य जी डिसेबल्ड है.
ओके डिसेबल्ड इनेबल करो भाई आशीष.
Right.
स्क्रीन शेयर अलाउ करो उसको. So who has counted once again? Beena and Milind were confidently saying 43, and now they should recount if there are 44 or 43.
Guruji, you can share now.
But Ashish ji, you also count. Please tell how many triangles you are finding here. Okay. Okay, go ahead. No.
ये वाला नहीं है.
नहीं ठीक है. करो ठीक है. करो
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 12 13 14 and then 15 16 17 18 19 20 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 और ये 43 I think I counted one. शायद first में मैंने double count किया.
Okay.
43.
Okay. Now stop sharing your screen. Okay. So there are 43, not 44. However, you should know that the Devi who's presiding this whole Shri Chakra is also at one end Trigunatmika and at one end beyond it, right? So that permeation of Shakti, that AdyA Shakti into it is also a triangle which is not visible. Okay. Understand? 44. Not visible, but it is there. Right? Within that central triangle, there is another triangle, and within that triangle, there is another triangle, and this is the play of triangle. So how many triangles? It begins with a triangle and ends up in our case, it ends up in 43 more triangles. So that becomes 44, right? 44 for us. So in any case, both the concepts and both the versions are correct, where it is said Tresh Chatvarinshad Vasudal Kala Shrativale and where it is said Chatush Chatvarinshad. Both are correct. Now, what are those 44? Now, this is a matter of investigation. This cannot be taught. Now, you need to identify the 44 aspects of your own existence. Contemplate over it. I told you, it is the cross section or intersection of 9 triangles. Okay, 9 prakritis. Right, 9 prakritis, and 9 prakritis with the 3 gunas. Right, 9 prakritis with the 3 gunas. Correct? And they are now going to interact with each other in a meaningful way. Right? In a meaningful way. Right? Now, the most meaningful way of the interaction and the most closest to the reality which we experience is already there in the form of Sri Yantra. Right? See, so many triangles are being formed, but Sri Yantra, when made in this precision, you'll find only 43 triangles getting created. And as you found that the 14, then the number reduces, then 8, and then 8, and then 8, and go on. It goes on like that, right or not? Count the innermost triangles first, and then you'll tell me how many inner triangles are there. Inner triangles. Hmm?
29.
No, inner triangles.
Innermost
means
is 8. I think 8.
Innermost is 8.
Innermost is 8 here.
Okay, innermost is 8.
चलिए जी 8 है फिर उसके अंदर भी एक triangle
1 है, 1 के आगे 8 है, 8 के बाद कितना है?
11.
8 के बाद 11 है, राइट? और उसके बाद फिर
10
I think again 11.
okay,
It's 10 and
No,
10.
sorry, 10. Sorry, 10.
10 है ना 10
10, yeah.
11 and then 10 and then 14.
again 10
14.
हाँ फिर 14
14, right? Right? So now look at this, and then you will find there are 8 petals, then there are 16 petals, and there are these three what you call 3 circles, 3 concentric circles, 3 rekha, creating 2 circles instead, 2 bands, and beyond that you find a bhupura. Beyond that you find a what you call, in Hindi we call chauras, which is a square shape which has 4 gates. Correct? Now this should be the model, and I can tell you, you will gain more and more understanding if you contemplate rather than Google it out. Okay. Okay. Don't Google out. Don't involve any search engine to understand what it is. Look within to understand what this 11 is, what is this 11, what is this 10, what is this 14, what are these 8 petals, what are these 16 petals. Find out. That is how you contemplate over it. See, please understand, the day you associate any word with your understanding, you have missed it, because Jnanadhishthanam Matrika. Okay. The day you have given words to your understanding, you have lost it. Because understanding cannot be summarized and cannot be captured in words. Please understand, the experience cannot be expressed in the words. Go to Shiva Sutra. And if you try to take words for the understanding, then you have missed it forever. Please understand. That is why I'm saying, never ever go to any website, any search engine to understand what is it. And let me tell you, I'm also not going to tell you. Because if I tell you, these are also words. Only basic premise I have given. That much you were needed to be clarified. What is it that creates this world? And I told you there are 9. There are 9 aspects, 9 prakritis, right? Right? And in this also, they're all Shaktis, by the way, but there are 4 Shivatmak Shaktis, which are upward triangles, you can say, and 5 Shaktiatmak, 5 downward, right? This much is needed, right? This much is needed. Now, from here, one thing more I would want to tell you. There are only 4 Shivatmak Shaktis and 5 Shaktiatmak Shaktis downward. It simply means that by nature, you will be drawn towards the Prakriti, downward. That's your nature. That is the bondage. That you are going to gravitate down. Because you have more of the downward triangle, downward Prakritis. Upward Prakritis are 4. Downward Prakritis are 5. Right? Got my point or not? Some people are expressionless, as if they are already arrived. Don't stay expressionless. Vismayo Yoga Bhumika. The wonder, the experience of wonder in everyday life is the basis, is the ground, is the very ground from which the spirituality or yoga begins. So never let the child in you die. And who is a child? Who doesn't take anything upon his or her ego. If I misunderstood, no problems, I can understand again. If I made it out, somebody points it to me, no, I made it out, then I will destroy my hypothesis, I'll create again. This is what a child means. So be like a child and start contemplating. Never ever read any book on this. And I can tell you, only with this contemplation, while you're sitting in front of Shri Yantra and reciting these shlokas, by the way, you will come to know many, many things will be revealed to you by the grace of masters and by the grace of presence of Shakti herself. Because Shakti is not limited to be present here in or somewhere in the abode of Sahasrara. She is equally present in the Shri Yantra you are looking at, by the way. So, with her grace, with her presence, and with your sincerity, of course, you will be able to experience some of many subtler aspects of your own existence. And the day it becomes clear who we are, the problem is solved. Our whole journey is about who we are, right? Today, our all problems are because we are fixated in a one understanding. We are this body. So then when this body dies, I'll die. That's the problem. The root cause of the problem is I am the body, and therefore this body will suffer, jara, mrityu, etc. It will go to old age. It will also have diseases. It will also go to death. Right? This is our understanding, and the whole problem is with this, right? The day our understanding is transformed, moves to a different level, we may become, we may what? I should use another word. Who's saying? Rashmi says, I see equal number of triangles that are upstanding and downstanding. Check again, Rashmi. Okay, there are only 9. Okay.
आचार्य जी अगर उसको बीच में से एक लाइन अगर खींचते हैं तो जितने ऊपर हैं वो सारे ऊपर they are like
नहीं नहीं, ऐसे बीच से लाइन नहीं खींचना. You'll have see there is a process to there is a process to make Shri Yantra in which this is how it is created. 4 upward and 5 downward. When they intersect each other, then whatever configuration we arrive at, that is called Shri Yantra. Not that we will create a line in the middle and then we'll count upward downward. No, not like that. Okay. So anyway, all right. So this is what Shri Yantra is about. But if we try to understand Trayas Chatvarinshad Vasudala Kalashya Trivalaya, then it is telling everything now.